Hey, how's it going? I'm back in the video, and today I'm going to be talking about how the Milwaukee Bucks have to win the NBA Finals this season. Now, obviously, as most of y'all probably know, the Milwaukee Bucks have made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, which seems for like they're always in this situation where they're so close to making the finals, but there's always a chance they not. But at this point, I don't think they've ever had an opportunity this good to make the NBA Finals, and I'm getting to all that in this video. So if you do like the video at any point, hit the like button and the subscribe button. That would mean the absolute world to me. And without further ado, without rambling on too much, let's get right into this video. Alright, so basically, so far what the Milwaukee Bucks have done, they just pulled off probably one of the bigger upsets in recent NBA history by beating the Brooklyn Nets. Now, yes, they had a lot of injury help. Kyrie Irving went down after, Game 3 or during Game 3, and James Harden was only a shell of himself after going down within the first 45 seconds of Game 1, but they still had to beat Kevin Durant, and James Harden was okay in the final game in Game 7, and they still had to overcome one of the best performances in the NBA playoff history by Kevin Durant in Game 7, and overall they still were able to win that series, and it was a huge upset because going into that series, and even when James Harden went down, when they were down 2-0, the Bucks hype was at an all-time low. Like, if you were still a Bucks fan, you were getting clowned on. The Bucks were getting absolutely destroyed by the media, talking about they're not competing, they're not doing this, they're not doing any, like, they're just playing horrible, because they were. In the first 2 games, they got pretty much shit on in the first 2 games, but then they were able to bounce back. They won 2 straight, and then they went on again, and they got made fun of again because they lost Game 5 in a game that they were up, I think, 26 points at one time. So they started getting clowned again, and once again their hype was at an all-time low, and it was just extremely embarrassing to be a Bucks fan. And I'm not even a Bucks fan, but I could just imagine that it was embarrassing to be a Bucks fan because, like, everybody was clowning your team. But then they came back, they won back-to-back games, and now they're in the Eastern Conference Finals, where they position themselves in one of the best opportunities they've ever had and maybe will ever get to win an NBA Finals. So they need to win it this year. Like, their opportunity can't get any better. They're playing the Atlanta Hawks, and although the Atlanta Hawks have been very good and have defied everyone's expectations in this year's playoffs, let's be honest, they have no business beating the Bucks. There's almost no world that I see that the Bucks let the Atlanta Hawks beat them. And I think Jrue Holiday is going to play very good against Trae Young. I think he's going to match up very well. Khris Middleton's going to be able to play good, and they don't really have anyone to guard Giannis on that roster. So I think for sure the Milwaukee Bucks should make it at least to the NBA Finals, and then it doesn't even look that bad there, because then you're going against either a young Phoenix Suns team who I'm not sure has ever won a championship since I've been born. I don't think they have. They've been mostly horrible since I've been born, and let's be honest, I would still take the Milwaukee Bucks over the Phoenix Suns, even if they're both healthy. And then there's a chance that if you do get the Clippers, Kawhi won't even be 100% healthy, and you're never going to get another opportunity like this again, or you could be playing a hobbled team and with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, or a young team that you should be favored against because you should be better than them as well. So there will never be another opportunity like this. Now, the reason is because usually in this many injuries don't happen in a playoff, and also because name another playoff where not every single team is stacked in the conference finals. Like, usually by this point, there's superstars littered everywhere among all of the 4 remaining teams at this point in the playoffs, but right now there's just not. Like, you can't say that there is a legit superstar. There are superstars on every team, but there's not a stacked super team in every position in the conference finals. Like, the Atlanta Hawks are far from a super team in my opinion. Like, they're definitely not. Trae Young's a superstar, but he's definitely not a super team by himself. The Milwaukee Bucks are probably the closest thing to a super team, and that's because they have Giannis, Khris Middleton, and Jrue Holiday, but that's not even the superest of teams we've ever seen, and all the ginormous contenders in the beginning of the season are currently out of the playoffs. Like, there is no opportunity better, and they will never get a better opportunity than they have right now, and the Milwaukee Bucks have to take advantage of this, because it's a two-way street. Yes, they should win the finals because this opportunity is so good, But if they fail to win the finals, or even worse, fail to make the NBA finals, they have no excuse. Since this is their chance. They have no more excuses. Before, they could say they ran into super teams, they didn't have enough help, they didn't have enough star power. Well, they went get Jrue Holiday. They have the star power now. There's no super teams left. They can't run into one. They're the best team left. They have literally no excuse. If they don't win the finals this year, it could turn into a shit show very, very quickly with the Milwaukee Bucks organization. Because, I mean, Giannis, there's a chance he could get so pissed off. Because if you don't win it this year, if you're Giannis, he has to be thinking, will I ever be able to win one with this organization? Because if we didn't win it this year, we're never going to get another opportunity like this, and it's only going to get harder from here. So I think for sure, if they don't win this, the media is going to bash them. I think for sure that Giannis is going to be upset, and if once your superstar gets upset, especially in a small market organization, we've seen it many times before, it never ends well. Anytime your superstar in a small market organization's mad, well, then you're pretty much screwed. He's either going to demand a trade, he's going to leave in free agency. It's just going to all turn into such in a horrible situation. But I personally do think that the Bucks will be able to get it done. I think they will be able to make the NBA Finals, and I think they should win the NBA Finals this season. But if they can't, should I say, I think for sure there's going to be serious reevaluation of this roster. Players are going to be mad. Coaches will be fired. GMs might be fired. Everything from top to bottom will be a huge mess. And this Milwaukee Bucks organization could easily go from contenders to rebuilding if Giannis gets mad enough at this situation. But I do think it's going to work out, and I think it should be enough. I think they should win the finals and everything. I think it should be fine. They definitely should make the NBA Finals. Now, that's a whole different situation. If they somehow lose in the conference finals to the Atlanta Hawks, that would be a completely different situation, and they're going to get clowned even more than if they just didn't win the final. But I do think they should do it, and like I said, I just do think the Bucks can't find a better opportunity, and I think they have to win this NBA Finals if they're ever going to win one. But unfortunately, guys, that's going to be my first video. So comment below, do you agree with me? Do you think that the Bucks need to win? Who do you think is going to win the finals? I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. If you do like the video, hit the like button and subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. Hope you have a blessed day. Have a blessed day. So you need to have a blessed day. All glory to God. See you in the next video. Goodbye. Boo. Blah, blah, blah.